Never used this mold. Never worked with air dry clay before. And I've got this on Amazon. I'm working on my Amazon affiliate shop. So I will add that at some point. I've never worked with air dry clay before, so this will be interesting for me. Quite sticky. Should I wear gloves? I think I should wear gloves. I'm gonna wear gloves because it looks like it's gonna be sticky, and I'm gonna use silicone mats here. I'm gonna go get a Ziploc bag so I can keep this nice and sealed. I have watched a lot of videos on this, so I'm thinking that this may be okay. One of the videos I watched gave instructions on using a little bit of cornstarch on the mold, and this helps with release. So I just have a makeup brush that I got at the dollar store. I love the dollar store. And, oh, that's a lot. So I'm going to brush wow, that's a lot. Just brush a light coat on here. Ornaments over here too. And I'll just tap out the rest. All right. And then I have a little putty knife, and I think you just kind of work the clay in. Like I said, I've not done this before, so I'm just gonna wing it here. Maybe I should use little smaller pieces. Let's try that. I have since learned that it's a lot easier, I think, just to use small pieces and your finger and just work it into the mold, especially these really detailed molds that have a lot of intricate little areas and details. So, but bear with me. This is my first time. It's working out really well with the little palette knife, but it just seemed like it was just a little harder to manipulate into those tight spots in there. For smoothing it out, I don't want it to be taller than about right here. So this snowflake will be the top. Looking back on this, the palette knife wasn't the best idea. I think the best way to apply this was just using my hand and smoothing the clay into all those crevices. So I've lost my microphone at this point, so I'm just doing a voiceover. Pray that this works out. This is my first time, so let's do the demolding. Cross your fingers. Let's see what we have. You have to be... Well, I was nervous because I've never used this type of mold. I've never used air dry clay before, but look at the detail. That's why I bought this mold. This mold is absolutely gorgeous, and I cannot wait to use it some more. Look at that. I love it. The details are so crisp, and it's not sticky at all. I'm really glad that I used the cornstarch, but how gorgeous is that? Look at the details on these snowflakes. It is absolutely gorgeous. They are so perfect. And so now I need to decide how I am going to cut this to fit. Remember, my board is not as tall, so I don't want it to be all the way at the top, because I am going to put a star on the top. So I'm just lining up the clay where I want it, and it cracked a little bit at the top, but probably going to put a trunk too. I got to decide what I'm going to use for that. You know, to form my edges and cut my edges, I think I'm just going to use one of these big popsicle sticks. I don't know why that wouldn't work. It's the perfect length, and I'm just going to use that not only for the straight edge, but also to make my cut. So I'm trying to make sure I line it up just right, and then it just slices right through there. It works out perfectly. Make sure I keep it straight before I make the other cut. And just doing the same with the other side, just pressing down. And at this point, the clay is not attached onto the wood. I have not attached it yet. I'm just cutting my sides. That is perfect. Just making a little bit of adjustments there at the top so it's nice and smooth. My edges are nice and smooth. Do need to clean up the edges just a little bit. But now I think the key is to just clean up the scraps, put the scraps, and put my clay in an airtight Ziploc bag so that it stays nice and fresh and doesn't dry out. I want to clean up as much of the clay off of the board as I can before it dries, because I don't know if it'll stain the wood. I don't think it will, but I just want to clean any residue off the board as I can. And I need a star, so I have these little die cut stars from the Dollar Tree, and I want to use one at the top because I think it just looks perfect. It's just nice and simple. And rather than gluing the star onto the wood, I'm going to just kind of bring the top of the tree to a point and then just smoosh the star onto the clay and attach it onto the clay that way. I probably am going to have to put some glue on it because I don't think that the star is going to stick once the clay is dry. So really the next step now is just to clean up some more of this residue and then let the tree dry a little bit. And I have seen where you can just leave it to dry on the board or put it on a drying rack, and I don't have anything that I can use as a drying rack right now, so I'm just going to leave it on the board and let it dry. And fortunately, it is a nice sunny day, and I can just leave this outside to dry and then come up with a trunk. Here is an awesome sea bean that I can use for the trunk. I found this on the beach. It looks like a peach pit, and it may very well be some kind of peach pit from the Bahamas, but I think it is a palm seed. I think that's what it is. It's not a peach pit. I find these all the time. That'll make a perfect little trunk. So I will glue that on once everything is dry. Right now, I mean, it's looking cute just like it is. It'd be perfect just like it is, but I have a plan. So stay tuned and find out what that is. So happy with how this dried. It's not stuck to the wood, which I kind of figured it wouldn't stick. But this is good because I can clean this off now. So I'm just going to rub it with my popsicle stick off. Just there we go. All right. Position it back where I want it. And now I need to attach it onto the wood. And I think I can just use tacky glue. I could use Mod Podge. I think I'm just going to use Mod Podge. I'm just going to use Mod Podge to glue this on. And I'm going to be very careful because I do not want to break this. So I think I'm just going to put a kind of a thick layer. I guess that was a thick layer. And I think this will also help to seal this air dry clay. And I've already put too much. You hear Tip barking. He is such a little butthead. All right. And press down. Oh, it's not seeping out at all. This is, well, not stuck on there. But look at that. So I could almost use these as little, like little molds. Look at that. In a piece of clay, just press these down and make the imprints. I'm going to use Mod Podge here too. Because that's going to dry clear, I hope. All right, so I'm going to do a couple of things. I want this to be still a beachy tree. I like the white, but I also like beachy colors. So I am going to try a couple of things with, to seal it. The paint will help to seal it. Now I've not done this before, so I'm not super confident right now about it, but I'm going to give it a try. Oh, you know what I have? I totally forgot that. It's my dollar store find. So I'm going to mix a little bit of this Art Smith turquoise blue with a little bit of water. Oh, that may be too much, but I think that's going to be okay. No, it's not. I just want to get it nice and creamy. This is going to be the base color on the tree. And I may need to mix a little bit more. I want to get it really down into those cracks. I'm going to have to mix a little bit more. I told Santa that I wanted a sink in my studio for Christmas, so we'll see if he comes through. Okay. I should have done this, I think, before. Oh man. You know what? I'm going to make a mess on this thing, aren't I? All right. I wonder if I could get this off of here without breaking it. I should have known that. All right, that's okay. We can fix it. All right, that'll work better. That way I don't have to worry about making a mess. I'm going to get all on here. Come on. Come on, little star. All right, this needs to dry. The paint needs to dry completely before I go to step 2. So I am going to just leave this to dry by itself. I'm going to turn my fan on. Well, that was fast. All right. So with my finger, I'm going to take a little bit of this bright aqua green Liquitex Basics, and I'm really hoping that this is going to work. What I'm going to do is rub on to the raised part of these snowflakes, and oh my goodness, look at that. I guess I could use a brush, but I don't know, this works okay. And I just want the raised part. But then I'm also going to alternate with the silver Deco Art metallics in this silver, brilliant silver. And I'm just going to alternate between the silver and kind of overlap a little bit. That's a little bit too much there, but that's all right. And this is just highlighting the snowflakes, the raised part of the snowflakes. And this is just so pretty. You don't need very much at all. And I think the details on some of these snowflakes are not as crisp as I would have liked from this mold. I don't know if it's the mold or if it's me, but it's probably me. Look how gorgeous this is. You know, that's so cool. I'm going to take another clean brush. You know what? I could use, no, I'm going to use that for dry stuff. I'm just going to use, oh, this one. Okay. So I have another clean dry brush, and boy, this one's seen its better days. And I'm just going to try to blend a little bit. I don't know if that's going to work though. I'm trying to get the excess paint. I think I'm just rubbing the paint off, honestly. So I just rubbed all the paint off, so don't do that. I'm going to go back over a couple areas and just highlight some of the raised parts. There we go. We still have a beachy Christmas tree. You know, we don't get snow in Florida. Maybe in Tallahassee, but not here down on the coast. So this is as close as we're going to get. But I just like that. I like how simple it is. I really, really, really like that. So I'm not going to do anything else to the color. I like it. Now I need to get it back on my wood form. And my Mod Podge is still wet, so where's my palette knife? Here it is. Well, I could just do this. I'm just going to lift up my silicone mat, get my hand up under it, and it should pop right off. There we go. There we go. And can you see that? There we go. So the Mod Podge is still wet on both parts. So I'm going to overlap it a little bit just to hide that paint. And then smush it down a little bit. Put the star back on the top. Maybe make that silver, you think? Let's take a little bit. Just add a little bit of shine to that star. What do you think? I like it. And I want to add my trunk. There we go. Okay, I said I was going to use this little sea bean. I think I want it that way. I'm going to use E6000 for that. I guess I could use tacky glue. I don't know where my E6000 is. Here it is. And this really is how my work desk stays pretty much year-round. Pretty much year-round. I do clean it occasionally, but when I am like heavy into making for a show, I don't clean it much. There's just no sense in it. But I do make my bed every day. There we go. So I'm just going to squish it on here really good. Okay. Okay. So I think I want to add some snow, which is funny to me because it's beachy, but I want it to be festive too. I don't know if that makes sense. So I'm going to take this brush. Where's the brush that I had when I was painting? The heck, man. And then this, I don't even know what this is. I think it's just fake snow glitter. And just a little bit on here. My fan is going, so it's blowing everywhere. But I just want to add a little bit of this. And yeah, I could add sand there. It might be cute. Just a little bit of sand, maybe, along there. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Add some sand right here. Oh, you can't see that. There we go. So, lots more Mod Podge down here. This is why my workbench is so messy. 100%. Press it down a little bit, make sure it sticks. I don't know if it will. I think it will. And then what about a little, not the right color, I have a white one. You might need E6000 for that one. Oh my word. Why am I always losing things? Where is it? There we go. All right, I'm just gonna let it dry. I really hope this little snow sticks. I don't think it's going to though. It's all coming off. Maybe I just didn't have enough Mod Podge on it. Do that. All right, I think that'll work. Okay. Okay, I'm now going to let this dry. For real. Oh, here we go. How cute is this? All right. Letting it dry. Away. All right, everything is nice and dry. It's been drying overnight, and I'm just going to just gently get the rest of the snow off and the sand. I didn't lose that much. That is absolutely perfect. That's the perfect amount of little snowflakes. And yeah, this is nice and tight. I mean, it's nice and tight on there. A little bit of residue and dog hair, but look how cute that is. Look how cute, our little beachy Christmas tree. First time working with clay. It will not be my last. I absolutely love this. I hope that y'all enjoyed this video, and if you're not a subscriber already, please consider subscribing. And if you are already a subscriber, thank you so much for joining the Coastal Magnolia family. Enjoy. Have some fun with your art. It doesn't always have to be serious and perfect. This is absolutely, well, it's perfect for me. I love it. I love it. Very cute. I'm going to try this again. I have an idea for something else. I don't know if it'll be part of my 12 Days of Christmas Tree series, but I have another idea with this mold. Toodles. Bye.